Other service, it's Nick Petro with your fourth briefing of the series for this dangerous cold and potential winter storm, but I think cold is really the main part of this briefing here. This is as of 11:30 a.m., the 20th of January here. And so let's just get into the key messages. Again, no major changes since yesterday in terms of the bitterly cold weather, daytime highs, upper 20s to mid 30s, and single digit low temperatures and teens. The other thing, obviously, we've been keeping an eye on is the low pressure and maybe some opportunity for a very light dusting of snow Tuesday night into early Wednesday. Certainly well below advisory criteria, but remember, any amount of snow, even if it's just a dusting, can cause problems, especially on bridges. I mentioned yesterday the potential for a late week system. The models have since trended away from that system, so that's looking like less of a concern now. So again, snow, cold, and travel hazards, not particularly in that order. If I had to rank which is the worst, I'd put the cold at the top, okay? So here's the readings that were expected. This is ambient temperature, so this is not wind chill. And we're talking today highs only from the upper 20s in the Triad up toward Roxborough to 30s elsewhere. And same story Tuesday and Wednesday, similar high temperatures, 20s to 30s. But look at those nighttime lows on the bottom. And this is not wind chill. This is actual ambient. Normally, you wouldn't get these readings unless there was snow covering the ground. So that's how a bit unusual this is here with lower teens for readings, mid-teens for lows Tuesday night and Wednesday night. But when you do factor in the wind, even just a light wind drives wind chill readings down into the single digits. So again, we have cold weather advisories in effect. Okay, so really, really cold temperatures. I wanted to, if you're curious, how cold is it going to get at my exact location? I just thought I'd throw this tease out here for a few selected cities in central North Carolina heading into tonight. But definitely check out this webpage here, weather.gov/forecast points. I'll click on it here and do a super quick demo. Basically, what you do here is you just type in your city at the top. So, you type in, for example, wherever it is you're at, Smithfield, North Carolina. If I typed it right, I probably didn't type it right. There it is, Smithfield, North Carolina. And, you can zoom in after it loads. It will basically give you a really nice way of displaying a week at a glance at the top, and it's color coded based on the hazard level. And then here's the hour by hour. So you could see here's the coldest readings right here, 14 at 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning with a wind chill of 8. So you can kind of scroll through there. And by the way, how much snow Tuesday night? You can get that too. Look at that, 1/10 of an inch of snow, which basically, and that would be from essentially from 7 p.m. till about midnight or so. That's when you see the probability of precipitation the highest. What's 1/10 of an inch of snow going to do? Not much, except for on the bridges. Maybe some elevated roadways. 1/10 of an inch of snow is basically a dusting. And a dusting could make some slick spots, especially on bridges. Okay, and then if you scroll down, it's just the same info, just a different way of viewing it. So there again, you can see the highest chance for precipitation, in this case snow, basically runs from, here's 1 p.m. Tuesday, it peaks at 7 p.m. Tuesday, and then it goes through 12 a.m. Wednesday, and then the chance tails off. So there you have it. Okay. All right, so that's forecast points. Definitely check that out for your particular city of concern or cities, and definitely make use of that page. All right, how much snow? Basically a dusting to certainly less than an inch. And really, we're talking from US 1 eastward. If you're in a Triad, if you're in Albemarle, Wadesboro, Roxborough, you may not see a single flake in the air. You probably might see a flurry or two, but certainly not even the dusting. And I know Roxborough usually is the place that gets the worst of it every winter weather event. So the Triad usually gets the worst of the winter in a winter weather event, but it's going to be flipped this time. It's more of an eastern North Carolina, central and eastern North Carolina weather event rather than a north of I-85. So a little bit unusual, but certainly not a big deal. Going back to probabilities of snowfall. So this is the chance of seeing a dusting of snow on the left, and you could see the probabilities. On the to the right, here's the probability of seeing 1 inch of snow. The takeaway from this graphic is you really got to be well east of I-95 before you could, even have even a low chance to get an inch of snow. So even places along the coast may not see the multiple inches of snow that we initially thought, and the chances are even less for 2 and 4 inches or more. So again, just feel free to glance through these graphics, but the point is that the best chance for snow will be along and east of US 1, and at that, it's probably going to be a dusting to, again, under an inch. And keep in mind, that does not trigger a winter weather advisory, so keep that in mind as well. Cold is the main hazard this week. In the spirit of the weekly briefing that we typically do on Mondays, I thought I'd take a glance further into the week. Cold is the main hazard. An extended period of bitterly cold weather is expected, and then of course a dusting to less than an inch of snow is possible, mainly east of US 1, late Tuesday through early Wednesday, and that's why you see the color coding of those little chiclets the way they are, okay? So even though under snow and sleet, all of Tuesday and Wednesday is highlighted, that really, I wish we had a Tuesday night button, because that's what I would highlight yellow, and I would leave Tuesday and Wednesday just blank, but it's not broken down to that level of detail. So while all of Tuesday and Wednesday is yellow for the snow, it's just basically Tuesday night, okay? And it crosses over midnight, so this program highlights Wednesday as well. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that. And for excessive cold, the worst of the nights will be today, tonight, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, but still cold Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, no other hazards other than that. So again, I hit these bullets earlier at the beginning. So bitterly cold, a dusting of snow, and then the late week system models have trended away from that concern. Okay. So that is our webinar for this Monday. We will do another webinar, same time, same place tomorrow at 11:30. And then I will email these slides out here momentarily. So you'll have these latest slides in your inbox. Our next briefing will probably be, our next set of slides will probably be this time tomorrow. But, sometimes if we see a need or sooner is needed, I guess is the way to put it. If we see that some new information has come in, if the slides if nothing on these slides have changed, then there's really no point in sending them out. So again, unless something changes, our next brief tomorrow around this time. Okay, in terms of these slides, our next live webinar will be tomorrow at 11:30. Same time, same place. So that is our 11:30 webinar this Monday, the 20th of January.